It's Nolan. What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Today we're gonna be talking about, of course, Gillie the Kid, man. Over the course of the last few months, there's been a lot of speculation, a lot of people talking about Gillie. As y'all know, he did lose his son last year, and a lot of people are speculating that he had something to do with it. They're trying to make it seem like he may have done a blood sacrifice with his own child in order to see success in the podcast and in the greater mainstream world, which honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, I think is an egregious accusation against somebody, especially when you have absolutely no proof. Now, why do people say that? Well, shortly after Gillie's son died and he was murdered in the streets of Philadelphia, Gillie and Wallo signed a big contract with Barstool Sports. They renewed their contract, and people are estimating that they may have made $100 million, right? Allegedly made $100 million for the podcast, which they say they still remain ownership in it and everything. I don't know what's real, what's fake. We haven't seen any paperwork. We haven't gotten the emails and the documents to confirm if they got 100 mil and what that kind of valuation comes from. Because if they gave you 100 mil, you would probably be worth $1 billion in the marketplace. I'm not sure if $1 million worth of game has that type of value, but of course, they're not going to come out and tell y'all that they didn't make it. They're not going to come out and say, oh yeah, they signed us for 20 million, not 50, or 20 million, not 100. Who's going to downplay themselves in that fashion? They're going to lean into it like, yeah, I guess we got $100 million deal. We them niggas. Then shortly after that, Gillie also ended up putting together a relief concert, or it was more than one concert because I think it was a whole weekend. So he did the Gillie Fest, and it was a huge situation, man. You know, Gillie Fest had a lot of top tier artists, a lot of people that came out, a lot of people you might not have even thought they had access to pay for this type of show. So this was July 29th, and I think they were already putting it together prior to his son's passing. But it got a lot more traction, a lot more visibility, a lot more people talking about it after that, you know what I'm saying? So they had people like G Herbo, Babyface Ray, Meek Mill, The Baby came out. They had Freeway, Sexy Red, Finesse 2 Times, Sauce Walker. Just like whoever the young folks is into, they basically had a who's who and a slew of them. And I think after the passing of his son, a lot more people tapped in like, yo, let's make it happen, bro. Let's do it in the name of your child. So ever since like that happened in the middle of last year, there's a lot of people that have been wondering if it's possible that, you know, he may have done some crazy ritual or did sign some sort of pact for his firstborn child that he would allow him to be taken away from him for money and riches. Now, to me, I think that's asinine, you know what I mean? But in the world of conspiracy theories and YouTube videos and all of that type of stuff, people can say anything and it becomes fact once a bunch of people say it and agree with it. Gillie has finally come out and addressed it. He was just on Pat Beverly's podcast and they asked him about it, which was a ballsy move. So here's what Gillie and Wallo had to say in response to that.
You woke up this morning and you disrespected a nigga that you absolutely never met in your life. You a sucker ass nigga, man. Solid. How could you ever disrespect somebody that you don't fucking know? How could you ever disrespect a man's child that got murdered out here in these streets?
I mean, rest in peace, first and foremost, to your son, man. That is honestly one of the things that pisses me off the most. And I wouldn't even mention it if it wasn't getting thousands of likes. People are like, see, the fucking Illuminati sacrifice.
Illuminati.
That makes my blood boil that they would use a situation like that. That's like so tragic.
The Illuminati sacrifice and all that dumbass shit online. The Illuminati came down North Philly and killed my son. Shut the fuck up. I see some dumb shit like that online because you niggas trying to get views and likes.
What Jay-Z say? You get so good, they wish the devil on you.
Yeah. But one day, Lo gonna lighten up. I'm gonna tear y'all ass up. I'm gonna light y'all the fuck up. I'm gonna give you all the fame you looking for. Anytime I get a motherfucker, he told me to get him.
I protect him from everything. Like, I never tell him something, so he'd say something to me like, yo, man, I said, yeah, cuz I know about that 2 months ago.
Yeah, I seen that 6 months ago. What nigga,
because
what?
I gotta keep him focused. You only respond up or right here. You don't respond down.
Right.
Because I'm not putting no light on you. We live in a culture now where a lot of dudes, they just do anything on the internet and they trying to get the attention of a real winner. Like, we fucking big time winners, man. You know what I mean?
He save a lot of niggas.
I mean, that's how it be.
So there you have it. Gillie's not having that shit, not happy with that shit. And I don't think any parent would be happy with that shit. How could you ever think in my motherfucking life that I would do some shit like that, bro? They already, do you understand how much work was already getting done behind the scenes for them to have $100 million contract. They probably had that contract in the works for a year of negotiations, going back and forth terms. Oh, we don't like that. We don't like this. Take this out, add this, add that. Oh, okay. So we're going to have to do a give and take here. All right, we may not get this, we may not get that, but we want this, we want that. That's how negotiation works. So for y'all people that just act like like they just signed a contract one day and it's like, yeah, just take my son out. Come on, man. That shit is not cool. Shit's not right. It's not okay. And Wallo was absolutely right. You know, people get on the internet and just basically try to bait celebrities, try to bait stars. You know what I'm saying? On my channel, I don't bait stars. What I do is I react to content. So if somebody says something outlandish, somebody says something I don't agree with, I break down why I don't agree with it. I break down why I may not agree with this person. I break down why I may think this person is being a hypocrite, or why I feel like what they're saying does not add up. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to disrespect nobody. I'm not here to shit on nobody, right? My channel, I try to be as objective as possible, but that only does go so far. We are humans. We're all speaking from our vantage point. We're all speaking from our own little bias. So, of course, you're never going to get it 100% right. But at the end of the day, you got to be careful about what it is that you're saying, who you playing with, and the types of things that you put on people's names. When you're speculating about stuff you have no information about, all you niggas that just sit back in the crib and smoke weed and do acid and LSD and start thinking of crazy shit, because that's all that's on your mind is crazy shit at that point, and you start getting around other niggas that got the same mindset as you or that's willing to entertain that shit, yeah, that's a personal conversation, a private thing that y'all could go into. But when you start putting it out there for the people, and then you got impressionable people that's dumb like your ass, yeah, that could create a shit storm of false information being spread out and people looking at this man one way. When Gillie been had bread, I'm not saying he was like super rich, but Gillie been had bread. He signed $1 million deals multiple times in the music industry, right? He got hundreds of $1,000s from Cash Money. He got $1 million deal from, what was it, Suave House or something like that. He had independent deals. He was out doing shows. He was allegedly ghostwriting for Wayne, right? There was a point in time where Wayne was wearing Gillie's jewelry in music videos, right? So that just tells you the type of dynamic that's different. When Wayne was, you know, still Cash Money's, you know, next in line, he wasn't getting it like that. But Gillie had it to the point where Wayne was borrowing his chain for music videos. You can never take that away. Anybody that says, oh, Gillie didn't do this, didn't do that, that's concrete, solidified. You could pull that music video up anytime on Lil Wayne's catalog. They've done multiple deals with $1 million worth of game. I think at one point they did a $3 million deal. You know what I'm saying? But now the value has shot up. The content has shot up. They're going and doing stuff with Coach Prime. They traveling with the podcast. They traveling with the camera crew. They traveling with everything, doing whatever the fuck they need to do, pulling up on niggas in the studio, in the trap, and wherever they need to be. And, of course, you got to have extra people for protection. Not to say that they need security, but yeah, they need security. Not to mention that $100 million deal could be, you know, a certain $1 million worth of incentives. It could be cars. It could be flights. It could be private jets. It could be craft services when they pull up. It could be allotted budget for their travels. There's so many different things that could be in that contractually that add up to that $100 million value. And y'all just be talking out your motherfucking ass. Philly is a very rough town. It's a very rough city. I mean, if you see any videos of people that upload content from Philly, it just looks dirty, dusty, and nasty out there. The buildings be cracking. The streets is cracking. You know what I'm saying? And I say that with love. I love Philly niggas. I love Philly people. Like, some of the most genuine people you ever meet. Some of the most grimy, funniest people you ever meet. But just the city infrastructure itself, the way the buildings, the homes are built, everything, it just looks like a downtrodden space. It looks like a forgotten space. You know what I'm saying? There's good areas in Philly. There's nice, beautiful places in Philly, but you know what I'm talking about. He was a young dude. He was partaking in hip hop. Y'all know the young dudes in hip hop are eager to prove themselves, eager to live that double life. So you understand what I'm rapping about is real. You know what I'm saying? Once you start getting a little bit of spotlight on yourself, plus you got a high profile father, people going to try and test you because it's like, oh, Yeah, you used to be real, but now that your pops got all this, what, yeah, nigga, you not real no more. And sometimes you might fall back into old habits and try to prove it. Again, I don't know him. I don't know what his deal is. I'm just saying the probability is much higher of that being the cause of what happened than some Illuminati, mystical, gray sky, lightning striking from the opportune time in an agreement with the devil type shit, man. Y'all got the chill. Some of y'all may agree, some of y'all may not. That's on you. We don't have to have the symbiosis. This does not have to be a monolithic channel. Y'all just got to understand what I say, you're not going to change my thought. What you say, I'm probably not going to change your thoughts in the comments, but as long as we can be respectful, we're not calling each other dumb, stupid, ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, be objective with me, I'll be objective with you. Otherwise, we're going to be going at it in the comments. I really don't give two fucks, but I would prefer respect. I lead with love. All right, let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. I'll catch y'all later. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for updates. I'll see y'all on the next one, all right? Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more to survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.